Yo, it's your boy, Josh. You're in tune with the Champ Time. Happy Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. Just want to take the time and shout out to you moms that are doing a great job. All of you women are probably out right now and about. Actually, probably not, because it's a lot of quarantine going on. But I hope you're getting treated special today. I hope you know that you are appreciated. And yeah, today's your day. Happy Mother's Day. Today's video is labeled Love Thyself because it's something that is very near and dear to my heart, because it's something that I have realized that I've been struggling with. I want to get out of the way so you can see that thing, but then I'm like sitting way over here and I look like I'm a broadcasting news reporter or something. But anyway, there's that. So I'm like moving slowly out of the camera, right? Anyway, I think we all can agree that love is probably one of the best, greatest, most powerful emotions that you can feel in this life, right? And if you don't truly love yourself, you'll never be able to fully experience that emotion. Not only feeling that in yourself, but also being able to love somebody completely, right? The sad thing is that if you ask a lot of people, they'll tell you, well, of course I love myself. What are you talking about? But if you watch their actions, it will say something completely different, right? For instance, if you really love yourself, why would every time something minor go wrong, you look yourself in the mirror and you say derogatory things or things that are just shattering, right? Somebody that loves themselves wouldn't be out drinking and partying every day of the week. Somebody that truly loved themselves wouldn't be pushing everybody away or sabotaging all the good things in their life, right? So if you pay close attention, you realize that the story that you tell yourself, the image that you have in your head about yourself, the identity that you find inside yourself is the reason, or what really dictates the way you react in life and dictates your actions in life. So we mask ourselves with makeup, with hairstyles, with nice clothes and fancy things, and we go to the gym and we try to stay as fit as possible so we can try to portray or even believe in ourselves that we do love ourselves, but on the inside, we're dying, right? Does that make sense? What happens is, for myself in this scenario, is you look at all the negatives in your life, all the jails and institutions, the crimes, the hurting good people for no reason, all these things, the wasted time and all these other things that you continue to stack up in your mind, and it's what kind of starts to build this identity in yourself, or how you actually try to view yourself, or the story that you tell yourself. So you start to devalue yourself and judge yourself accordingly. You know that if it were up to you, that you wouldn't have a lot of good things to say. You know why? Do you know why? I'm sorry. I got distracted. There was a bird or something outside. I got distracted. Do you know why it's easy for you to help other people, motivate them, help them through their struggles, build them up, right? Do you know why it's easy for you to do that? But when it comes to yourself, it's harder? Because you have a lot of love and care for other people, right? But you probably don't care or love yourself as much. Sorry, excuse me. So what you need to do is be brutally honest with yourself about the things you are harboring that may be affecting the image you have of yourself. What is it that makes you act the way you do? What is it that makes you feel the way you do? Without being brutally honest with yourself, you'll never acknowledge the problems that you're having. And you can't fix a problem if you don't know it or you don't see it. And nobody wants to accept the fact that they've hurt people. Nobody wants to accept the fact that they're insecure, that they've been insecure at times, that they've had weak moments or whatever it is. Nobody wants to feel those things or acknowledge those things. Why? Because it's uncomfortable, and that's not what people tend to do. Nobody wants to be in those uncomfortable feelings or those emotions. But it's in those moments of discomfort and the hurt and the unknown where you truly get to know yourself and see what you're made of. And once you get to see what you're made of, and once you truly know yourself, watch out, because it's game time. I know what it's like to be in a room full of people that are there to see you specifically and feel alone. I know what it's like to not want to be by yourself because you can't stand the silence or your own company. I know what it's like to look yourself in the eye in the mirror and critique everything about yourself and say the ugliest things. I know what it's like to break the hearts of people you love because you don't know how to accept their love, or you don't know how to properly love them because you don't think you can actually be loved because you don't love yourself. Discipline yourself in the areas you can see. Discipline yourself in the areas you can feel satisfaction with yourself. Like, for instance, you don't like the way you feel or the way you look or how much weight you put on. Start to get into a diet, get to the gym, do whatever you can to fix those things. Also realize that outer beauty is reflected from the inner beauty, right? So you can be as pretty as you want to be or can be, but on the inside, if that doesn't line up, right, then it doesn't matter how you look on the outside, because you're always going to feel ugly, right? What I've started to do lately, because of some of the things that I've done, is that I've been actually reaching out to people that I've harmed as it comes up in my mind, you know, asking for forgiveness or saying that I forgive them for the things that they've done to me. And it's been really freeing, you know. I've actually felt a lot better about a lot of things because I've been doing that. A big thing we got to do is let go of the past and don't look back, because, you know, those are things that a lot of them you can't fix. You can't get back time. You can't get back your freedom that you lost. You can't get back relationships that are broken and gone and lost. And there's a lot of things that are out of your power that you just can't control anymore. And you got to forgive yourself and move past that. Those days are gone. Every day you change. You do. Every day you become a different person. The one thing that we cannot control is change. So you're going to change whether you want to or not. What you got to pay attention to is progress. Are you progressing? Right? Because every day you're going to wake up and you're going to be a little different than you were yesterday. But are you progressing as a person? And a lot of times, the biggest thing in life is if you're not progressing, you start to feel dead on the inside, right? And you'll never fully love yourself today if you're still labeling yourself from the actions of yesterday. That's not who you are, right? You've had weak moments, you've had insecure moments, you've done bad things, but you're not a bad person, okay? And once you realize that, it's going to start changing the way you view yourself. It's going to be freeing, and you're going to be able to stand tall in the midst of that and keep moving forward. But you got to let go of some of the baggage from yesterday. Learn to understand that you are constantly evolving. Constantly. Nobody knows himself fully, and anybody that says that is wrong, okay? Because every day you're going to be in a new story of life, in a new chapter, and you're going to learn something else about yourself, all right? You will always be learning more about yourself. The most important thing in life is in this life. I'm sorry, I wrote some stuff down because I didn't want to forget it. The most important thing in this life is doing just that, becoming self-aware and developing yourself into a better person. Love who you are and see yourself where you are gonna be so you can start becoming the person that you should be. If you keep labeling yourself just as you are, then it's just going to get worse. Envision who you are in the future or what you're going to be, okay? Then you're going to start living as you should. Whatever you do, do not accept somebody else's opinion of you as your reality, okay? Stop comparing yourself to other people, because once you stop comparing yourself to other people and becoming the best version of yourself that you can be, that's when you're going to start accepting the reality that you have just as much right as everybody else to be successful, to be happy, to be free as everybody else does. I want you all to know that I love you, that you're beautiful, that you have the capacity, whatever it is, the potential to be champions. And on the inside, you are champions. Don't ever forget that you're loved, that you have people that care about you no matter what. And work on loving yourself. Start disciplining yourself every day, all right? When you wake up in the morning, change the way you think. As soon as you wake up, start counting your blessings, right? Be put on a positive mindset. When you go to sleep at night, evaluate the things that you wanted to do better that day and be better the next day in that. As soon as you start changing the way you think, life's going to change. I love you. Stay positive. Happy Sunday. Happy Mother's Day. Quarantine should be over soon. And as always, it's champ time. It's still recording. It's still recording. All right. This is dead. What the...